All right, here we go. Let's show you some landmine pressing. Everything you need to know about this awesome exercise. Hey, what's up? I'm Coach Brian with Criticalbench.com, certified strength and conditioning specialist. And thanks for taking time out of your awesome day to watch me break down the landmine press. There's so much you can learn about this particular movement, and there's probably so many things you can also learn about how to set it up and how to do it efficiently and effectively and safely. All right, so the landmine press. If you've never heard of it, well, you're in for a treat because here it is. This is the setup of the landmine press. We have a landmine accessory here at the compound. You might not have that. So we have it, we use it, but now let's say you don't have it. There's two other options you can use besides that accessory. Take the barbell, jam it into a corner of a wall, preferably concrete, just so you're not destroying any drywall or wood or whatever. But you can also use a plate. So I got my plate right next to it. Take it out. Right there. Now look, I've got my corner. Bada bing, bada boom. Since we have our accessory, we use that. Because if you use it, or if we have it, why don't you use it, all right? So landmine press. There's so many different variations that you need to know on how to do this exercise. First off, actually it's not first off, there's really no chain of command as far as which variation you should be doing, but the main thing is you want to make sure you're set up properly. All right, so we got our bar set up in there. If you're going to be standing, which is one variation, you want to make sure your feet are wide enough that you're in a good athletic, stable stance. Butt is out, knees are slightly bent, slight forward lean. Now let's say you're going to use a single arm, which is another variation versus the double arm. You're going to lean into it. Press. So this is a setup. I'm not showing you which variations or which exercises or which muscles are being used for this particular exercise. I'm just showing you how to set it up. Okay? So now if you're going to be kneeling, obviously you're going to be kneeling. You can use one leg or two legs. If you're, again, want to try this out, I've never done it before, one knee is the safest. Still going the same slight forward lean. Keep that core tight. Double knee is the hardest. This is definitely for more advanced. You're not as stable. Core is definitely going to be attacked a lot harder than you would be on one knee or standing. All right, so that's the setup. Now, variations, as you heard me explain, so many different variations. The first one I said, you could be standing or kneeling. Kneeling, again, could be one knee or two knees. So if you're standing, there's also a variation within standing. You can square off, or you can split stance. Okay? So that's a variation right there. Another variation is single arm versus double arm. And again, stance, you decide the stance right there. Double arm. Okay, now let's talk about a press and catch. This is definitely more advanced. This is where you generate a lot of power. This is highly effective for football players, anybody with throwing, like a throwing sport, baseball, softball, things like that. Again, all these variations can be done from a kneeling position as well. So you can do double from kneeling, single from kneeling, many different variations from the standing or kneeling position. So let's break it down a little more into that. So let's say you want to use more upper chest. Let's get back to the bar, upper chest. Upright, push up and out and away from the body. I'm not confusing this with the shoulder, which is here. You see the difference? Here's chest, here's shoulder. Shoulder, my arm is almost in line with my spine, where my chest is different. You see that? Same thing can be done with two arms. Chest, shoulder. Those are the biggest presses, the chest or versus the shoulder. Now, yeah, your triceps will get work done on either exercise you choose. But again, if you're really focusing on upper chest, make sure you're upright, pushing that arm and bar away from the body in an upward fashion, hence the name upper chest. But if you're going for shoulders, lean into it, try to get that arm all the way back behind the body as best as you can. That's really where you're gonna hit the most deltoid work. So we're gonna finish up with, let's say you don't have access to even a barbell, but a program that you're following requires you to do a landmine press. Well, you can't do a landmine press without a barbell, but you can do a dumbbell press. Again, kneeling, you can even do a double, a full kneel. All right, you can do it standing. Yeah, now we're just talking standing shoulder press. It's not fancy name, it's not a landmine press, but don't let that prevent you from doing this exercise, because not everybody has a barbell. We understand that. A lot of people are intimidated by a barbell. Understood. Not everybody has access to anchoring the bar into the right position. So don't let this prevent you. Just grab a dumbbell and change it up and do a shoulder press. So I think I covered everything you need to know about the landmine press. I think so. I can't think of anything else because it is a simple exercise, but there are a bunch of variations which I know I explained clearly enough for you to do this exercise properly and safely. So what does a program look like? I would use this particular exercise at the beginning of a workout because it does fatigue the core and also the legs and also the arms. So you want to fatigue. You don't want to go into this exercise in a fatigued state because it will fatigue you even quicker. So do this at the beginning of an exercise. If you're going for the press and catch, that's the one where you throw and catch. That's a power move, so you want to make sure you're doing this safely and properly with the most amount of energy in your system. I mean, you can do 8 reps per side, 10 reps per side. You decide that. But just know that this is a great exercise that you can use for your training. Other than that, I've got something to share with you. It's a report that we wrote. It's called The 7 Worst Testosterone Killers. It's a great report. It's free and it contains a lot of good information on testosterone. One of 2 ways to get this report is to go to this corner right where I'm pointing. There's a little tiny arrow under this video. Click that arrow and that's going to open up our video description area. The very top link you see there, click it, give us your email so we can send you this report right away. Again, it's free, no strings attached. An easier way to get this report is simply click this box right here. Do that, give us your email, and we'll send you that report right away. Subscribe to us by clicking right here, and check out this video that I know you're gonna find as helpful as this video here. Other than that, we'd love to hear from you, so post your comments or questions below. That's all I've got. I'm Coach Brian Klepacki at Criticalbench.com. See you soon.